Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm going to start the today topic on number system, that is representing real numbers on the number line. Representing real numbers on the number line. So here in the previous section, you have seen that any real number as a decimal expansion, any real number of the form p by q, can be expanded in the form of decimal expansion. This helps us to represent it on the number line. Let us see how. Suppose we want to locate 2.665 on the number line. We know that this lies between 2 and 3. Okay, so let us look closely at the position of the number lies between 2 and 3. Suppose we divide this into 10 equal parts and mark each point of division as in figure 1.1. See here. So from 2 to 3, there are 10 decimal expansions. That is first one 2.1, second one 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, in the middle 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9. So here, so we are representing 2.665 means 2.6. After this, we have to go further to represent 665. So 2.6 may be here. Okay, right. See, then the first mark to the right of 2 will be represent 2.1, the second 2.2, and so on. You might be finding some difficulties in observing these points of division between 2 and 3 in figure 1.1. To have a clear view of the same, you may take a magnifying glass and look at the position of between 2 and 3. It will look like that you see in the figure 1.11. Now 2.665 lies between 2.6 and 2.7. See, we are representing what? 2.665. It lies between what? 2.6 and 2.7. So let us focus on the portion between 2.6 and 2.7 in in figure 1.12. See here, here it is 2.6 and here it is 2.7. In between 2.6 and 2.7, we have again 10 decimal expansions, that is 2.61, 2.62. so this is 2.60. okay, 2.61, 2.62, 2.63, 2.64, 2.65, 2.66, 2.67, 2.68, 2.69, 2.7. Okay, 2.69 again the 2.70. So we have to go for 2.66. 2.65 is here, 2.66 is here. So we have to go here. Okay, again 2.665 lies between 2.66 and 2.67. So in between these two, 2.66 and 2.67, again there are 10 decimal expansion. So let us focus on this position of the number line and imagine to divide it again into 10 equal parts. We magnify it to see it better as in figure 1.13. The first mark represents 2.61 and the next one represents 2.62 and so on. So 2.665 is in the fifth mark in these subdivisions. See here, here to here we have 2.6 and 2.67. So in that we have 2.666 and 2.667 here. Okay, so 2.66 and 2.67, we are expanding this as 2.66 and 2.67. In between these two lines, we have again 10 points, 2.661, 662, 2.663, 2.664, 2.667. So here is our number we are searching to represent on the number line. Okay, like that we have to represent the decimal expansions. We call this process of visualization of representation of numbers on the number line through a magnifying glass as the process of successive magnification. This is called as what? Process of successive magnification. So we have seen that it is possibly by sufficient successive magnification to visualize the position of a real number with a terminating decimal expansion on the number line. We have to represent only terminating decimal expansions. Okay, right. Let us now try and visualize the position of the real number with a non-terminating here non-terminating recurring decimal expansion on the number line. We can look at the appropriate intervals through a magnifying glass and by successive magnification visualize the position of the number on the number line. So for example, visualize the representation of 5.37 bar on the number line up to 5 decimal places, that is up to 5.37777. There are 5 decimal expansions. Okay, solution. Once again we proceed by successive magnification and successively decrease the length of the position of the number line in which 5.37 is located. First we see that 5.37 is located between 5 and 6. In the next step we locate 5.37 between 5.3 and 5.4. To get the more accurate visualization of the representation, we divide this portion of the number line up to 10 equal parts and use a magnifying glass to visualize that 5.37 lies between 5.37 and 5.38. 37 and 38. The visualize 5.37 more accurately, we again divide the portion between 5.37 and 5.38 into 10 equal parts and use the magnifying glass to visualize that 5.37 lies between 5.377 and 5.378. Now to visualize 5.37 still more accurately, we divide the portion between 5.377 5.378 into 10 equal parts and so on. If we continue, we can represent the number 5.37 up to 5 decimal expansions like this. See here, from 5 to 6 we have 5.1, 5.2, 5.3. so we are here 5.3. so 5.377 comes under 5.3 and 5.4. again we expand this like here 5.3 and 5.4. in between we have 5.37. so 5.37 is here. So 5.3777 lies between 5.37 and 5.38. again expanding this up to 10 decimal expansions. Further again 5.37 and 5.37 get into divided by 10 equal parts. In that 5.377 is here. So we need to visualize next decimal expansion. Again expand this 5.377 lies between 5.378 and 5.377. so again like this we can represent the decimal expansion on the number line. Everyone understood or not? Say any word, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the light of the discussions above and visualizations, we can again say that every real number is represented by the unique point on the number line. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರದೇ ಆದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ? ನಂಬರ್ ಲೈನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ 5.33777 ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಇದೇ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮೀಪದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಾ? ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ, ಅದು 5.3777777 ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೆದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎವ್ರಿ, so this is the important thing. Okay, every real number is represented by a unique point on the number line. Again, further, every point on the number line represents one and only one real number. ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಐತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅದೇ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ 2-3 ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ one real number, every real number as a unique point, vice versa. So this is the important thing. So solve the exercise 1.4, visualize 3.765 as well as visualize 4.262626 up to 4 decimal expansions. Do yourself and solve in notes. Okay,
Okay,
after
sir.
that
Yes,
we
sir.
are going to study about operations on real numbers. Next is operations on real numbers. So we have already studied operations, basic operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These are the mathematics operations. Okay, basic operations. In this, see, we have learned in earlier classes that real number satisfies the commutative property, associative property, and distributive laws for addition and multiplication. Moreover, if we add, subtraction, multiplication, or division except by 0 to real numbers, we still get a rational number. So addition ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, multiplication, division, ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ addition, subtraction, multiplication, division except 0, we will get a rational number. That is, rational numbers are closed with respect to addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So addition ಗೆ, multiplication ಗೆ, subtraction ಗೆ, division ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 2 plus 0, okay, 2 minus 3 becomes -1 is a rational number. Okay, 2 into -3 is -6, also a rational number. 2 divided by 3 is a rational number. Like that, except 0, any rational number closed with respect to addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It turns out the rational numbers also satisfies the commutative, associative, and distributive laws for addition and multiplication. For division and subtraction, they are not satisfying the condition. However, the sum, difference, quotients, and products of irrational numbers are not always irrational. So sum, difference, quotients, and products of irrational numbers are not always irrational number. Andre addition of any two irrational number, sometimes it is a rational number maybe. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನ ನಾವು ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಎರಡು ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಎರಡು ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Sometimes it may be other than irrational number. It turns out that irrational numbers also satisfies the commutative, associative, and distributive property laws of for addition and multiplication. However, the sum, difference, quotient, and product of irrational numbers are not always irrational. Sometimes it is irrational, sometimes other than irrational. Let us look at what happens when we add and multiply a rational number with an irrational number. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಒಂದು ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ, ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ವಿತ್ ಆನ್ ಇರ್ರಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಒಂದು ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಇರ್ರಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್, this 2 is a rational number plus root 3 is an irrational number. Then what you say about 2 plus root 3? In the same way, 2 is a rational number, root 3 is an irrational number. Here we have multiplied 2 into root 3 is 2 root 3. What about these two? They are rational numbers or irrational numbers? Yes, they are irrational numbers, because since root 3 has a non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion, the same is true for 2 plus root 3 and 2 root 3. Therefore, both 2 plus root 3 and 2 root 3 are also irrational numbers. It means that addition and multiplication of rational number with irrational number is always irrational numbers. See here, check whether 7 root 5, 7 by root 5, root 2 plus root 2 plus 21, pi minus 2 are irrational numbers. Yes, they are irrational numbers. See, root 5 is what? 2.236. Root 2 is 1.4142. Pi is 3.1415 and so on. In the same way, root 7. So root 2 plus 21 is what? 22 plus 4.12 and so on, like that. All these are non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. So all these are irrational numbers. Now let us see what generally happens if we add, subtract, multiply, divide, take square root and even nth root of these irrational numbers, where n is any natural number. Let us look at some more examples. See here, addition of two irrational numbers. Add 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 and root 2 minus 3 root 3. So see here what happens. 2 root 2 plus 3 root 5 root 3. We are adding this and root 2 minus 3 root 3. Adding. See here, 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 plus root 2 minus 3 root 3. So in this, we know that like terms should be added. So plus into plus, plus root 2, plus into minus, minus 3 root 3. Here 5 root 3 and 3 root 3 are like terms. In the same way, 2 root 2 and root 2 are like terms. 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 minus 3. Here root 2 is common. Remains in this plus. Here root 3 is common, so taken out. What remains? 5 minus 3 in the bracket. So this is what? 2 plus 1 is 3 root 2 plus 5 minus 3 is 2 root 3. So this is the answer we have. So 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Okay. Again, while multiplying 6 root 5 by 2 root 5. So 6 root 5 into 5 root 2 root 5. 2 root 5. So here like terms get multiplied. 6 2s are 12 into bracket of. In the root, if roots are same, see this is also square root, this is also square root, multiply within the square root. 5 into 5. So 12 into bracket of 5 5s are 25. So root 25 is what? 5. So 12 5s are 60. Answer is 60. Like that we have to multiply. 6 root 5 into 2 root 5 is 6 into 2 into root 5 into root 5 is root 25. Root 25, if we remove the root, that becomes 5. 12 into 5 is 60. Okay, this is the division. Okay, like that. After observing all these things, we can say that These examples may lead you to expect the following facts which are true. So for rational numbers and irrational numbers, these are the things were true after observing all these. See here and make note of these three things. Okay. The sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ದು ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್. ದ ಸಮ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ and an irrational number is irrational. In the same way, the product or quotient of a non-zero rational number with an irrational number is irrational number. See here, one thing they have mentioned, non-zero rational. So in rational number, we have zero also. Except zero, the product or quotient of a non-zero rational number with an irrational number is an irrational number. Okay, right. So one more thing, if we add, subtract, multiply or divide two irrationals, the result may be rational or irrational. Nodri, ಒಂದು rational ಒಂದು irrational ಅನ್ನು ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ always it is a irrational number. But if we add or subtract, multiply or divide two irrationals, then the result may be rational or irrational. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು irrational ನಂಬರ್ನೇ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಎರಡು irrational ನಂಬರ್ನೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಎರಡು irrational ನಂಬರ್ನೇ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಎರಡು irrational ನಂಬರ್ನೇ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, resultant will be a rational number or it may be a irrational number. It is not always a irrational. It may be rational or it may be irrational. This is the third point. Okay, so these are the main three things we observed in irrational numbers, operations on irrational numbers. Okay, right. So remaining facts will be checked in the next class. Okay, today we have to stop here only.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
So
sir.
everyone understanding the things?
Thank you.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Make a note of today's class, and also today's
sir.
class visible in YouTube. Okay, in the name
Yes,
of
sir.
Somnath Pam. Okay, right. Bye bye.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.